Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about activators. And so we've got a couple of different activators here that we offer in different sizes, but of course there is tons of other activators on the market. So I wanted to shoot a quick little video and tell you guys a few things about the activator, what to look for, and what's going to possibly work best for your application. So let's get started. So whenever you have an activator for the Hydrographics film, you need to make sure that you're looking at a few different things to make sure that you're getting the right one that's going to work. Now, you've probably heard a lot of times people will say it's a hot activator or a cold activator. So let's break that down and see why you might want to use one or the other. Any of the activators, you're going to have a range of how quickly it activates the film. And so with a product like ours, it's more on the medium range. It's not really a hot activator, but it's definitely not a cold activator. And so what we're referring to in that is mainly the fact of how quickly does that activator work on the films itself. And so whenever you're spraying your activator, the activator itself is actually liquefying the inks that are on the film. And so having a cold or hot activator will really dictate how that works with that film. And so of course a cold activator or a slow activator, if you will, is going to make it to where it activates the inks, but it's going to be a lot slower. And so the chemical makeup in that activator is going to be slower. So therefore, as you spray it, sometimes you will need a slower activator to work with some of the inks that are made into the film. A lot of the times we see that with the really light color inks, but it also does help sometimes with the dark inks, but it really just depends on the manufacturer. So if you have a cold activator, that is what you're going to be getting, is you're going to be getting something that is pretty much not as strong and it doesn't kick off as quickly, so therefore you have a little bit longer possible dwell time for the activator to sit on the film before it's ready to be applied. Now, moving to the other side, if you have a hot activator, you will have a very fast activation, which means that as you spray it on the film almost instantly liquefies and then it is ready to be dipped almost immediately after it is sprayed with the activator itself. So depending on which case scenario that you may need will depend on which activator that you may choose, whether it be a hot activator or a cold activator. Another thing to keep in mind is that not every activator will work with every single film out there. As much as we would love to say that this one activator will work with every single film, it is probably not 100% true. Will it work? Yes, it will. But sometimes, depending on the inks and the way that they are made into the film, as well as the film itself, sometimes some activators do work better than others. So that is also a reason why it is sometimes good to have other activators that are there just in case you have an activator that may not work with a certain film. And that also comes back down to testing the film beforehand before you go to dip the part, because it's always critical to make sure that you get the right activation, because if you don't, you could possibly either melt it and get it to where it's just running off the part because it's overactivated, or it is not activating enough and maybe it's a colder activator, so therefore it needs more, and then if you're not spraying enough, you're getting pinholes and underactivation, which is not what you want. So getting that activator dialed in before you go to dip is definitely a key in making sure that you get a great dip. And also, if one activator isn't working, definitely try another one and it may work better. Another option that a lot of customers are really enjoying right now is the aerosol version of the activator itself. So of course with the aerosol, you do not need a fancy paint gun, you don't need an air compressor, you don't need all of those different things. It is quick, it's simple, it's easy, it's a great DIY, and it works really well. Pretty much you shake it up just like any other spray can, you pop the lid off, you spray it with the activator, and you get a very consistent spray as well as a really great activation through the aerosol can itself, because it is a lower PSI as you're spraying it out of the can itself. So that really helps in making sure that the film doesn't move around a lot. And if you're only doing small items, the aerosol can is a really great value to have whenever you're doing those small items like that. So whether you're looking for a hot activator, a cold activator, an aerosol activator, or anything like that, hopefully this video has really gave you a lot better insight into which activator to possibly pick for that application that you're using. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as if you have a certain activator that you really love, definitely let us know. We'd always love to hear from you on that as well. If you're interested in using any of the activators that we have here, definitely check out our website. You can see those along with all the other supplies that we offer for the hydrographics, including tanks, training, the paint supplies, and anything else. I'm Brian from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.